Hey there gamers! People that I made up for the purposes of doing this video are always asking me, Rob, why did the PS Vita fail? Was it because of the lackluster launch titles? Was it because of the fact that every time a major game came out for it, it was an astounding failure? Was it because some of the best games that came out for it came out when it was already too late to save the system? Was it that rear touchscreen? No, I say. No. No one, and I mean no one, in the history of gaming has ever wanted to purchase a handheld video gaming device that sounds way too much like an off-brand of menthol cigarettes. This is why the Vita failed. Hello there gamers, today we're going to talk about my Vita collection. Of course, right here is my Vita. I believe this is a 3rd generation blue. I bought it mostly because of the color and that they're a little bit thinner than the original ones. I of course was there waiting in line on day 1 when the Vita was released. Hey, Retro Rob here. I picked up my Vita last night. Was out with a couple of friends. We stayed up fairly late. I want to thank them for taking the time to hang out with me before I went to pick it up. Had a good time, but by the time I picked the thing up and got home, I was too tired to even play with it or open it, so I just went to bed. That said, it wasn't a very long line. I think there was like 3 people in line for the Vita. It never got real busy that night. You know, maybe that was just for seeing, I don't know, but I heard the launch didn't go that great. And it's really too bad because, you know, every time the Vita got a chance, got like some major release coming out, it was a big disappointment. Well, not all of them, but the majority of them were big disappointments. Things that really would have pushed the system and sold it. It just didn't work out. It just couldn't get a break. And that's sad because it overshadows all the great stuff that was out for the Vita and all the great indie games and all the other stuff. It's just such a great system and so underrated. But anyway, that's just my opinion. That's it. That's all I have to really say about the handheld. It's a nice machine. I like it. It's been serving me pretty well. Next, another way to play your Vita is, of course, this guy here, the PlayStation TV. These didn't do very well at all either. It's kind of a neat idea though, because it kind of created a low-end system that you could play on. You know, if you couldn't afford a PS3 at the time, you know, that's PS3, you could just get this little guy and play this. And you can just play your portable Vita games on this. Pretty cool. Not all games are compatible with it. Anyway, I don't have the cables here with me, but I think you can imagine there's a power cable and you'll need an Ethernet cable and an HDMI. Right here on the side you can play cartridges, and right here is a memory card so that you can play downloaded games. So pretty cool. Here's the PS3 controller that came with it. I don't really like these all that much, to be honest with you. They're among my least favorite controllers, you know, minus all the cheap Chinese stuff I do. Let's start getting to the games. One thing you're going to notice in my PlayStation Vita collection is there's a lot of stuff that I haven't played yet, and that is because I've been buying things in mass for this, and that's largely because prices are pretty low right now, and this is really the sweet spot to get games before some of the rarer stuff gets really super expensive. It's already starting to drive up. But anyway, this is Aegis of Earth, which I have no idea. Haven't even played it once. Someday I will. They said the enemy was weak in the boonies. Man, they were wrong. Annihilate enemies. Develop your cities. Sounds pretty good. Protect humanity. Alright, kind of cool. Again, one of these days I'll probably get to it, but not right now. I'm gonna take this guy and just set him aside before he falls. Okay, next we've got Dragon's Crown, which I have played quite a bit of. There's one thing to be said about this game. I'm not going to say it, but I think anybody who's played this game knows. Yeah. The body proportions are something to be seen. Anyway, pretty darn good game. It's a side-scrolling brawler, and it is great. It is a really fun game. It's kind of embarrassing to play because of, well, you know, the graphics, but still so worth playing. Just play it alone. Oh, you might not want to be caught doing that either. Next, Uncharted. I believe this was a release game, and I've liked it since the release. Really good over-the-shoulder shooter. This is really what the Vita does great, is these over-the-shoulder type of games, and just a great adventure. Whole lot of things to do. Just really good. I said just a lot in that particular thing. But anyway, uncover the dark secret behind the 400-year-old massacre of a Spanish expedition as Nathan Drake, which, you know, this is like a flagship series for PlayStation. As Nathan Drake races into Central America in search of a legendary lost city. Sweet. And you get to shoot a bunch of stuff. What could possibly go wrong? It's nice that most of the controls are also physical, as well as, you know, the little touchy controls. I thought they went too far with the touchy controls in a lot of games, so it was nice that they gave you another chance. Next we have Exist Archive. Have not even opened it yet. It's PlayStation TV compatible. One fateful day, we were killed by God. Our story begins as our life ended. It looks pretty good. I will get around to it. I've been playing another game, which I'll bring up soon, and I've been playing it every night, so I've been kind of busy with that one. But this is on my short list of games to play. Another one on my short list of games to play that I haven't even opened is Earth Defense Force 2. I absolutely loved the first. If you watch my station quite a bit, you'll have probably seen Earth Defense Force a couple times in the videos there. Looks just great. Alien invaders return. It's just an excuse to shoot a bunch of giant ants. It's gonna be amazing. Don't tell me it's bad. I don't want to hear it. Just don't do it. I hope it's great. It looks like it got good reviews though on Steam, so I'm gonna assume that this version's pretty good too. Next, Spy Hunter. Really fun game. It's, you know, kind of a, well, do you remember the old arcade game? If you do, you'll probably be pleasantly surprised with this. It isn't exactly like the old one, no. It definitely expands on the idea a lot, but it is a whole lot of fun. I found it a little bit hard at first. I've had kind of a hard time controlling the car, but it really is a pretty fun game, even if a little difficult. Shift into high gear as the Interceptor deploys on its most dangerous assignment yet. Yeah, the Interceptor. Next we have Resistance Burning Skies, which really got pretty mediocre reviews. I like this game quite a bit. It's kind of different, kind of weird, and quite a bit of fun. So, I don't know, you know, I realize it's not the greatest game in history. It is a first-person shooter with a lot of aliens in it, and you play as a fireman. Come on, how much better does it really get?
A lot.
August 1951, the attack on North America begins. Play as Tom Riley, a New York firefighter experiencing the initial days of the Cimarron invasion in this new installment of the acclaimed shooter franchise. Pretty sweet. So nice stuff here, in my opinion. I realize that the reviews say otherwise, but I enjoy it. And that's all that really matters. Next, sorry about that dinging. Next, we have Final Fantasy X-2, or I don't know. Are they piping that?
A pipe is a form of redirection that is used in Linux and other Unix-like operating systems to send the output of one program to another program for further processing.
X-2 HD Remaster. Anyway, I played a few minutes of this. It's pretty Final Fantasy-y. I'll probably come back to it sometime in the future, but it's not the most exciting thing on my list right now. Oh, you know, look, to each their own. Anyway, two of the most celebrated RPGs of their generation. Oh, apparently there's two. I didn't notice a menu asking which one I wanted to play. But anyway, now in beautiful high definition. Over 200 hours of gameplay. Now that's worth it. including the international version content never before released in North America. Well, look at that. Might be worth it just for that. Next, we have one of the greatest games for the Vita, Gravity Rush. I like this one. I have been playing it a little bit recently, and I played it a whole lot when it first came out. This game I was so excited for, and it did not disappoint. Just a great game. Anyway, redefine the laws of gravity. In a city under attack from a mysterious enemy, a young woman seeks to recover her past. As the world transforms around her, the fate of its people falls into her hands, and a gravity storm is coming. It's interesting that you spend a whole lot of your time just decorating, but whatever. It is a fun game. Highly recommended. Next, we're going to go into the I can't pronounce it well phase, where we have Muramasa Rebirth. This is another one that I'm looking forward to trying out, but I haven't had a chance to. It's one of those action fighty things that I tend to like. Enter the vibrant, action-packed world of Muramasa. Become the possessed princess. Oh goodness. Momohime? Oh, whatever. Or the fugitive ninja Kasuki. Feel free to correct me on this, as you forge and collect the powerful demon blades to tear down your enemies. Now that sounds like a good time. Look at that. Nice looking graphics. Yeah, nothing like a game where you kill a whole bunch of stuff. I have no complaints about that kind of gameplay. Next, we've got Wipeout 2048. Not my favorite installment of the franchise, but not a bad one. I believe that Wipeout has become less focused on the racing and more focused on the pickups and such, and I find that it's a whole lot of just slamming into walls and picking up boosts. But you know, again, it's another one of those to each their own. But I think it plays great and looks great on this. So experience the thrill and speed of anti-gravity racing with PS Vita enhanced controls. Yeah, you can tell. It also said the future of racing begins here. You can race up to 8 players over Wi-Fi versus PS Vita or PS3 players. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I picked this up, I think, day one, or at least right when this was released. Not this particular one. This was a pre-owned, but I originally picked this up like right when it came out. Anyway, you can compete with other online players and dominate the leaderboards. Wonder if the leaderboards are still there. They might be. They are pretty good about supporting their products over at Sony. Next we have Soul Sacrifice, which is kind of a Pikmin with little monsters, as I recall.
You recall wrong.
This one was, oh no, this is one of those boss battle games. It's funny because I had this is one of the last games I bought for the original Vita that I had, and I just picked it up again because I just remembered the name. Apparently I really liked it. Can't remember much about it. You know what? That is what life becomes like when you're over 40. Just so you know, if you're wondering what your future is, it's forgetting all the things you like. Alright, anyway. What would you sacrifice for ultimate power?
I would sacrifice you. Meat sack.
Prepare for a brutal combat experience where every decision made has consequential results. Yeah, that's life. Save or sacrifice. Oh yeah, that was the part I liked. Save or sacrifice unimaginable monsters to alter attack abilities and visual form. Unleash devastating... I kind of want to play this now. Unleash devastating magic abilities by offering parts of your body, internal organs, or even a life. Co-op up to 4 sorcerers and conquer the battles within the Forbidden Book. Pretty sweet. Just saying. Next. We have a lot going. Alright, I've been blasted for mispronouncing this before, and I'm totally gonna do it again. Disgaea. Disgaea. Heck with it. 4. Anyway, turn-based combat game. Really, really a good game, which I totally mutilate the name of. This one's pre-owned. I bought this one too originally when it just came out. What's it say? A promise should never go unfulfilled, even if it means going back in time to keep it. Anyway, this is really good turn-based combat. I enjoy it. I'm pretty sure it's one of the more popular games on this platform. And I know it also came out for the Switch during its release, so good way to get it. Maybe a little cheaper, maybe not. Honestly, it's hard to say what's more expensive, Switch games or Vita games right now. Next we have a game I haven't played. Here we go again with the haven't played it. Tearaway. I heard this was a really good platformer. Have not had a chance to try it yet, but it was made by the guys who did LittleBigPlanet, and I like that game, so, you know. A revolutionary new platform adventure awaits. Tapping into the innovative PS Vita controls, embark on a journey with your new friend, a papercraft messenger from another dimension. It got a bunch of rewards, a bunch of awards. Look at all those. 2013 Best of E3 Best Handheld Game. Sweet. When I get a chance. When I get a chance. Next we have Ridge Racer, you big disappointment, you. It's the mechanics are good, but the game just doesn't hold together well. This was one of the big disappointments. This was one of the games that helped really hurt this system. Ridge Racer was a very, very rushed release. It was very highly anticipated, and when it showed up, it was really just a stripped down experience, and it's too bad because it really could have been super great, and it definitely got better as it went on, but it never matched up to the rest of the Ridge Racer series. Kind of sad. Put that on the stack. Feel free to disagree with me on any of these games, because, you know. Asphalt Injection, pretty good game. Just it's on every mobile platform on Earth, but it does have good mechanics. It's fun. It feels fast. It's a good game. Just again, it's just available everywhere, but look at the graphics. Really nice. Electrifying races in the palms of your hands. Experiencing. Oh, the English is bad today. It's my only language, by the way. Experience the thrill of racing using PlayStation Vita system's motion sensor technology. Don't do that. Play it like it's a normal game. Drive 47 of the most prestigious cars in 15 iconic cities. Compete against up to 7 friends in furious multiplayer races. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It is a good game. Next we have a game that doesn't need an introduction. It's LittleBigPlanet for the PS Vita. And really good side scroller. Got a lot of puzzles in it. It's fun. And you know, get to mess around with your character. I use the Big Daddy one all the time. It's my favorite. What's your favorite? Do you guys even play this? Am I the only person who has a Vita out there? No, I can't be. Anyway, play with everything. The fairground has come. The fairground has come to LittleBigPlanet, but nothing is quite as it seems. For behind the bright lights of Carnavalia, a mysterious puppeteer is pulling the strings. For goodness sake, quit with that. The words are hard. Continuing on. Persona 4 Golden. Yeah, this game is great. This is another game I bought right when it came out for the Vita, only on word of mouth. Other people told me it was great. It absolutely is great. I didn't finish it. I was pretty close on my original Vita when I got rid of it, and I'm happy to see it back. I don't ever want to relive high school again, but if I were to, it would be like this with a whole bunch of people to beat up. Anyway, that really didn't come out the way I wanted to. Anyway, one of the biggest and best RPGs of all time, levels up with a larger story, new character, and events, online dungeon rescue system, and more. Yeah, it's pretty good. A rumor is going around school that by looking at a TV screen at midnight on a rainy night, the face of your soulmate will be revealed. But a grisly chain of murders seems to be connected to the rumor, and you must gather a team strong enough to brave the bizarre world inside the TV to solve this mystery. Wow. Exciting stuff. My wife likes this game too. She was looking over my shoulder when I was playing it originally. maybe again. Maybe this will play on the Vita TV. Will it? Will it play on the TV? It doesn't say. Yeah, well, nah, it says some touchscreen stuff, so it might not. May or may not. Next we have, this is the one that I was thinking the other one was, Army Corps of Hell, which is indeed one of those games where you throw a whole bunch of your minions at things and kill them. This is a really enjoyable game. I think it's always been underrated, as I recall. I'm pretty sure it was one of the earlier games for it, but it is fun. Reclaim your throne as the King of Hell. Defeated and exiled, the King of Hell has been stripped of his powers and banished from his throne. Become the king and command an army of goblins as you stop at nothing to reclaim your title and annihilate the demons of the underworld. Way to go. By Square Enix, by the way. Squeenix. Operation Babel, or Babel, like the Babel fish from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This was a random pickup. It was one of those buy two get one frees, and this was the one I picked for free. Defend Tokyo from a new threat. Create your perfect team in this dungeon crawling RPG. It's a lot like old-fashioned dungeon crawlers. Not as exciting as I wanted it to be. I don't know, I might come back to this one and check it out again one of these days and see if I was just in a bad mood, but I didn't find it to be terribly exciting. And I never did look up a review on it. Should see what other people think. Next we have Fate Extella. This game is freaking great. I've been playing a lot of it. This is the game I was mentioning earlier when I said I'd been playing something a lot lately. Really, really fun game. It is a lot like the Dynasty Warriors series. So you're going around just beating up hundreds of enemies, which makes it great. Yeah, it's fun. Good time. Virtually unstoppable. Command a huge roster of heroes in a battle to dominate a virtual world within a crystalline supercomputer. Choose your faction and conquer territories inside the, oh boy, Seraph program. Team up with 3 headstrong heroines and their loyal allies as they engage in explosive, overclocked combat using legendary abilities and devastating all-new Mooncrux transformations. Whew. This world and the destiny of your servants is in your hands. It is good though, really. Good game. Recommended. Next, Unit 13. I think I just talked about this in a video a week or so ago. Anyway, early first-person shooter for the Vita. It's one of the betters. It's nice because it used to have, I don't know if it still has this because I haven't played it since I picked it up this time for this Vita, but it used to have like daily missions and stuff like that that made it seem pretty fresh even though you'd been playing it. So it's not a bad game, pretty enjoyable, but again, I haven't played it in a while, so I don't know how it held up. Anyway, take down global terror. Prove your place in the military elite. A true portable shooter with dual analog control sticks. See, that was a big deal. Big deal then. Take on 45 diverse missions, alone or with a friend in 2-player co-op. Always on alert with 3G Wi-Fi and near for rankings, updates, new daily mission challenges, and more. I wonder if there's any new daily mission challenges now. That's curious. Let me know in the comments down below if you're still playing that game. Let's see. And next we have Need for Speed Most Wanted. I've liked the Need for Speed series for the most part. Most of the games have been really good, so I have high hopes for this. I have not had a chance to play it yet. I'm pretty sure I played this on the GPD Win, you know, the Windows version of it on Steam. Do I have that correct? It doesn't, the description doesn't sound like it, but maybe that is true. Anyway, the most socially connected racing game ever, and that's what makes me wonder because, you know, there's definitely been other socially connected racing games, and I didn't think it was that online dependent. So maybe I have the versions confused. A connected open world built for epic races and chases. Make trouble for cops and friends. Alright, we'll see. Anybody played it? Is it any good? Actually, it was a recommendation, so I'm gonna assume it's probably pretty good, since somebody on the station recommended that one. Next we have Velocity Critical it's a lot of talking, folks. Critical Mass Edition. And this game is pretty freaking great. If you can grab it, it is on clearance at most GameStops. I got mine for about 20 bucks new in the box, and it was actually wrapped up for once. You know, pretty good for GameStop. But this is a it's kind of a space shooter game, but it also has levels that are kind of side-scrolling, jumpy type of levels. It's really fun. Definitely worth grabbing. I'd highly recommend it. Really, really good game. I've been playing quite a bit of this. And it doesn't say much on the back about it, so I guess I'll read Beyond the Speed of Light. That's it. Probably could have sold better with some better descriptions. Next we have Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. What does that mean? I think I played a few minutes of this and didn't really get into it. So if somebody really loves this, let me know, but maybe I'll try it again, but for now it's going to be backburnered for a while. Anyway, on the back, what does it say? Uncover the secret, unite the clans. In a town ruled by opposing clans and overshadowed by superstition and legend, a child is born with the dreaded mark of a witch. She conceals her identity until the theft of a mysterious relic brings to light a series of staggering revelations. The mysteries she will uncover could restore order or destroy everything she knows. Dang, that sounds exciting. Alright, 2 more left. Here we go. Next, I talked about this one already. Yes, anybody help me out with this. They didn't correct me in the last video, so maybe I got it right with one of those. But I throw out enough pronunciations, maybe. Memories of Calcetta or Salsetta. It's pretty good. I played a few minutes of it. The characters move so fast in this series. I found that with every game. Have you noticed that? That it just seems like they stepped up the speed on movement. But it is pretty fun. I've been playing the other game so much that I haven't got back to this one, but this one is fun. I've played earlier versions of this on the PC and found those to be great. Awaken the adventurer's spirit within. Young Adol Kristen entered the great forest of Salsetta alone, emerging sometime later without any memory of what transpired, or even who he is. I skipped a line, don't tell anyone. Now it's time to go back and recover those lost memories, unraveling an 800-year-old mystery in the process. Yeah, it is pretty fun though. Alright, here we go, last one. What we got is Zero Time Dilemma. I have not played this one yet, but it's a choose your own adventure type of thing. And my wife really likes this kind of thing. We can play it together, so that should be fun. Here is the idea. 9 people find themselves trapped within an underground shelter. A mysterious figure in a mask appears before them and forces them to play the decision game. Sound familiar? The only way to escape? 6 people must die. Who to kill? Who will survive? The fate of mankind rests on their decision. Yeah, pretty sweet. That's a good one to end with because it does look like a really cool kind of game. I'm excited to play it, so hopefully it won't be horrible. It does say it's PlayStation TV compatible, so this is a good candidate for that particular platform if you're playing with a friend. And that is it. That is my Vita collection. The only thing I'm really looking for it right now is the Katamari game that came out for it. I really want the Katamari game that came out for it. I'm really excited to get that one, but does anybody have any other suggestions? I'm always looking for new PS Vita games to collect, and really like this as a platform. Even though it didn't do perfectly, I think it's fun to play. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me the thumbs up and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in a couple days. Bye!